guys! Welcome to another episode of Angel Explores Reacts, this time for Ahsoka! I am Angel Lee and this is my cousin John. Guys, we are now in episode 3! My goodness. Even if this was released like every week, it just feels so fast because we know that there's not gonna be like a lot of episodes.
True.
And we're very, very excited actually because we've seen the directors per episodes, and we've seen the episode 5 director and the last one, so we're pretty sure Anakin is about to appear.
Yes,
But
please.
talking about episode 2 first, a little recap of what happened there. Sabine was saved.
Yes.
Thankfully. We were very, very fearful because, as you know, we have seen Star Wars episode 1. That was episode 1, right?
Yes.
Where
With Darth Maul and
Qui-Gon
Qui-Gon.
died because of the same wound. But apparently, according to Twitter and whatever else was going on the internet, the hit was different for Qui-Gon because it was closer to like important parts of his
Very
body.
critical part.
It's a very critical part. And
Yeah.
with Sabine, I guess it got
She got lucky.
yeah, she got lucky. She was healed, and then of course the map was taken, unfortunately, by Baylan and technically Baylan's Padawan.
Yes.
And it was
It's a
taken
practice.
to this place wherein
It's like a Stonehenge.
right?
Yeah.
And the witch, who was actually the one who has the Beskar spear
Yeah.
that
The one
Ahsoka
that-
fought
Yeah.
in The Mandalorian, right? So
Yes.
I kind of forgot about that. I'm sorry. I was just not reacting properly the last time. I was like, so who is this? Anyway, so they found out that the map is pointing to another galaxy
Yes.
where they think
That's
Tron-
where Tron is.
yeah, Tron is. And hopefully where Ezra is too.
Yes.
If Ezra is still alive,
Still
which we
alive.
hope that he is.
Yeah.
And then we have Sabine asking to be trained again by Master Ahsoka Tano.
Master Ahsoka.
And she cut her hair
Yeah.
and told Ahsoka that she's ready to, go on the
Go
training.
and find
Yeah,
Baylan.
again.
Yeah.
And go on the training again.
Yes.
So we're pretty excited about that because the next time that she faces Baylan's Padawan, it's gonna be
It's gonna
a
be
fight.
equal.
It's gonna be an equal. So, guys, what are we waiting for? Episode 3. Let's go! So excited about this.
Let's go!
Oh,
Let's
I
go!
love this! I love this!
Very different sa ano nila look
Yeah, but
Yung
Kuya is
training.
considered like older than like Yoda or from the order pa talaga siya. So, old school training talaga to.
Not bad,
Oh.
but not good.
Ah,
It's been a while.
Obviously.
my goodness.
I see you still remember the basics. Enough to get by.
Barely.
Come
Come
on!
on, Uyang.
How long does it took you?
Oh no.
Well, I discovered that according to Hu Yang, I'm the worst candidate to be a Jedi out of every Jedi he's ever known.
You told her that?
It's true.
Come on.
It doesn't matter.
I think it does.
Agreed.
Please stop
Come
being
on.
sarcastic.
You're joking.
That's how Luke trained. Well, didn't he? You covered your eyes.
I can't see. How am I supposed to fight?
Exactly. You feel the
I want you to
force.
see with more than just your eyes.
Yeah. I remember that place.
Ready for the show.
My goodness. Yung instincts niya kasi as Mandalorian yung nag-unang mag-trigger. So, I mean, it's understandable. Why? Different kasi talaga pag Jedi eh. It's all about feelings. It's all about,
Feeling the force.
yeah. very Anakin. Let's go again.
Very strict din si
Yeah.
Ahsoka eh.
I mean, syempre, you train your own Padawan, just like how you were trained, and then tweak in the things that you did not like. Time to fly. One more pa!
Yeah.
Oh!
Senators.
Hera, you look well. How's young Jason?
Chancellor.
Fine, Chancellor. In fact, he's on board. Somewhere.
Causing trouble with Chopper, no doubt.
Most likely.
Forgive me, Madam Chancellor, but if we could just hear the General's report, we're late as it is.
Quite.
Grabe naman, nakumusta lang eh.
Nagmamadali eh.
Hera,
Were you ever in the war, Senator?
Oh.
No.
There you go.
Just sat back and waited to see you came out on top.
Jeez.
General Syndulla, I'm sure we are all grateful for your service and
I see no enemy. The Imperial fleet is scattered and
This is
broken.
how you get defeated,
Unless
guys.
Thrawn
Yeah.
returns.
make your point.
Thrawn is not your typical Imperial officer.
Yeah.
I know because I fought against him.
Grand Admiral Thrawn is dead. I'm sorry,
Nobody.
it's my opinion that your friend, Ezra Bridger, heroically died with him.
You don't know that.
General,
Stop triggering her.
allow me a moment to speak with my colleagues.
Di ba sa Andor, senator siya? Chancellor na siya here.
Yeah.
So,
Ma-promote.
wow, there you go.
Is it true Anthony's gonna be a Jedi?
Where did you hear that?
Chopper told me.
Marites ka chopper ah.
I wanna be a Jedi.
Oh.
Yeah, I know you do, Jason.
I think his
Music, ano ko na sa music ah.
I think his father yung isa din sa cast ng Rebels.
I was hoping that the urgency of our situation could
Oh, it doesn't work that
expedite my
way.
training a bit.
Pag binadali mo, it's gonna be, you know.
work like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go.
I know, I just... Not like you do.
Kasi pinasok
Of
ko
course,
yun sa
we're
utak
going
ko
to
eh.
know things.
So, there you go.
Even you. But training and focus are what truly define someone's success.
Yeah. Hindi ka naman
Not
din niya
everyone
ititraining,
depends on
di
the
ba?
type of discipline it takes to master a music course.
Hindi ka rin naman niya ititrain if she does not believe in you. So, you have to tackle, you know, you have to think about that as well.
Start small.
I
Yeah.
find it weird that that's the place they're stepping on and then it's the table as well. It's just, it's weird, you know. Ikaw na naman ho yan, stop bringing her down. It's not helping her. Of course, she's gonna take it seriously.
Grabe mag-criticize si Huya.
Yeah.
What do you think of our progress? You both knew this wouldn't be easy.
Well, what you said didn't help.
True.
We spoke the truth.
Come
General
on.
would not have accepted her. She is not an acceptable candidate.
Come
By
on.
their standards,
Standards which were proven over a millennia.
and failed.
You realize, historically, there have been very few Mandalorians who ever became a Jedi.
So, parang direct, walang feelings talaga itong Kuya nga!
Can do it.
We believe in you.
Force is all of us.
Sinilip niya muna kung gumagalaw talaga eh.
Just believe. Diba? You have faith.
Something much larger.
The Star Destroyer.
Negative.
Oh,
Whatever it is,
kinabahan ako dun ah.
which is
Don't
unknown
do
to you.
that. Kasi yung mga Mandalorian, di ba sila mag-navigate and stuff?
Yeah. Fuck,
Oh,
they're
no.
here.
I feel like I have to say this. This is where the fun begins.
Yeah.
Check in. You guys anything yet?
On the object, no. However, I have several thoughts on everything it's
Okay, not now.
Vacuum, there won't be a later.
You have to teamwork, you know?
Yeah.
Since dun siya magaling, you have to follow her lead on that. Like, you don't always have to be a master. Sometimes you have to works on your student.
Ready? Ready.
Yo!
That was good. Yes!
Mamatay yung may helmet.
Coming man.
I love this!
Port now.
Oh! Yeah! Yeah!
Yeah, anything?
Open the fire.
Ah! Fuck!
Interesting. I would never have guessed.
What?
Not yet. See if you can get a little closer.
That was hilarious!
Just a moment.
Ah!
Scan complete.
Oh! Oh fuck! Oh fuck! Oh fuck!
What the hell?
Destroyed.
We almost got them.
Wait, this is the sarcasm. In this
Sarcasm is
episode
everywhere.
Our backup kicked in, but we're dead in space. No hyperdrive, no cannons. Out there. Just keep working.
Oh!
I'll distract you.
He's gonna go out? Oh my god.
Oh my
Oh my
goodness.
god! Oh my god! What the fuck? Are you
Okay!
serious, Ahsoka?
Oh my goodness! Never, ever, never before.
Let's fucking go.
I see.
Woo! Woo! Oh my
Yo!
goodness!
Yo!
This is amazing!
Yo!
Oh my goodness!
Yes!
Oh! Woo! Wow!
That's nice.
Oh my goodness! My
Yo!
goodness, that was amazing!
That's
I
so
love
good.
that! Woo! Oh, now she's controlling the ship. So,
Yeah. Yo, what the fuck?
yung gumagano yung kala sa Mandalorian.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god, it's like, I'm so excited.
Oh
Right?
no! So yeah, that's it. I remember those.
Diba yung ginagating
Yung tinitingnan ni Globo.
Diba? I'm so excited about that. Spaces?
Yeah, they're like spaces. Oh, it's so big. No.
Oh my goodness.
Maganda maging rides to sa Disneyland eh.
Yeah. Yung moment na yan, no?
Yeah.
Wow!
So cool, what the fuck? Oh! Shit!
Oh!
Ah!
Oh my goodness!
Fuck!
That was amazing. That was
Oh! Let's go! Yeah, you lost. You
Wow.
lost them.
Sorry about that.
Yo, that's them. Oh.
RGRG. This reminds me of when Luke went to the Dagobah.
Ah, yeah. Yung with Yoda.
Yeah.
Haven't seen those creatures since the day Ezra disappeared.
Oh.
Feels like a sign.
Anything interesting?
Indeed. The good news is the enemy vessel is still out, which used to follow the migration paths of starwars.
Yeah, the Star Wars.
Like the ones we just saw.
So Star Wars.
Yes.
Okay.
When
Jedi have taken refuge in the forest. Hunt them down.
So weird to see.
What?
What do you mean? Oh,
It's 30 minutes.
oh my God!
No, that was so
That
short.
was so exciting, though.
Yeah.
Super exciting.
Doesn't
mean-
feel like 30 minutes.
Yeah, it didn't. I was actually scared because it was getting super exciting. Especially yung space scenes nila.
True.
Oh my God, the one with
Yo.
Ahsoka, never before.
Yeah, that was
Like I could
that was
not
so
even,
cool.
like, I couldn't even imagine anybody doing that. The last time I've seen like somebody use force in space is when Leia was thrown out.
yeah, that one.
And then she flew
Yeah.
back to the
Force
ship.
pull, yeah,
Yeah.
like something
So
like
that's very very controversial. Even so, to even see that Ahsoka is gonna be out there in space and fighting
Yeah.
using her lightsabers,
Fighting those
really,
spaceships.
really amazing to see.
Yeah.
And then I've actually seen a drawing or in the animation wherein yung design ng kanyang
Yung kanyang spacesuit.
Yeah, supposedly her entire head is inside the bubble.
Yeah.
I prefer that. I feel like mas realistic yung ito lang niya, and then the rest of it is like hindi naman sa loob ng bubble. Meron din naman covering eh. But yeah, I just wanted to say that because I've seen like photos of it. And gets ko yung nangyayari kay Sabine, yung frustration niya. Actually, because like kasi siya masasabihan na, you know, na she's not good enough. And she's Mandalorian and iba yung tactics nila. And I get that kasi we've seen Grogu, even when Grogu was doing Mandalorian training, ang kagandahan nun is that Ninja rin told Grogu to use kung ano yung naalala mo yung the training wherein they were like shooting three. And then sabi ni Din like, you know, do what yung alam mo, and then he used the Force while in a Mandalorian training. And I feel like what's happening with Sabine right now is that syempre yung unang-unang recognition ng body niya and ng alam niya is yung Mandalorian training niya.
Mandalorian training.
So yun yung unang-unang na ginagamit niya.
Yes.
Diba? So yung Force is parang secondary thing. While with Grogu, it's the first thing that he would tap into versus dun sa Mandalorian na training na ginagawa sa kanya.
Yeah.
And ang gusto ko sa both masters is that hindi naman sila pino-force. Si Huyang lang naman.
Si Huyang lang mahilig mag-criticize.
mag-criticize. Pero kasi
Pero
naman,
kasi yun yung program ka sa kanya.
niya. Hindi naman sila binigyan ng emotions to understand yung mga ganon. And siguro we get used to like R2D2 and C3PO, who's more kasi sa kanila human interactions talaga, especially C3PO, who was created by Anakin as a human cyborg
servant.
Diba? Yeah. So ganon talaga yung kasi supposedly ano yun para
Yung
sa mom
purpose,
niya
yeah.
Diba?
That's a
So kaya sanay tayo sa ganon. So pag si Huyang parang oh my goodness, why si Huyang
Why you
like
like
this?
this?
Diba? So, pero pag-isip mo kasi ganun yung programming niya. And from what I know and from what I've read, if we are wrong about this, if I'm wrong about this, please let us know in the comments. No bashing, please. Intellectual conversations only. And just, you know, from what I know, is older than Yoda or the order itself. Or as in, kasama siya dun sa when it began. So that's the reason why he has
Old
records,
school.
yeah. Kaya ganun yung ano niya, yung programming niya is how they were before.
Yeah.
Right? So, syempre, in time it evolves, as you can see, si Ahsoka nga sinasabi nga nila, di ba, unconventional din siya.
Not traditional.
Yeah, ba? So, ganun din yung ano niya. And the fact of the matter here is that we have to think na, syempre, kung hindi naman worth it turuan si Sabine, hindi naman siya paghihirapan ni Ahsoka. And this is Ahsoka as in the Padawan of Anakin Skywalker.
Yeah.
Who, from what we know, is trained by Obi-Wan Kenobi, who was very, very strict with him. And syempre, choosy din si Anakin with whoever he teaches. And, diba, to pass that
He's
on.
also strict with
Diba?
Ahsoka when nagtitraining pa
Training
sila.
siya eh.
Yeah.
And we have to look at this like from where it began. Like, this began with Master Yoda, Count Dooku,
Count
Qui-Gon
Qui-Gon,
Jinn,
yeah.
Obi-Wan
Obi-Wan,
Kenobi, Anakin
Anakin,
Skywalker, Ahsoka, and then Sabine,
yeah.
right? So like just looking at that line, they wouldn't just randomly choose anybody
Yeah.
to train. So gusto ko yung chill lang si Ahsoka na, you know what, just it's gonna be fine, hindi naman to
Huwag niya
ganun
biglayin,
kabilis, yeah. And I get the frustration because Luke was like that as well
Yeah.
when he was being trained by Obi-Wan Kenobi, right? When they were doing yung machine na ginamit niya ngayon with Grogu. And even now, Luke is very frustrated. So nakikita mo yung characteristics talaga na it goes in even with us as human beings, so even outside of that universe. We also get frustrated sometimes, especially andun ka na sa part na kaguluhan na.
Yeah.
So, lalo si Sabine, I'm pretty sure nanggigigil na siya. Kasi, syempre, with yung nangyari
Yeah, with
sa kanya,
what's
diba?
happening.
So, imagine kung hawak niya yung dark saber.
Oh.
Yeah, but that's
Oh
Bo.
my.
That's Bo Katans. Pero, yeah, pero meron din naman sila sa kanila sarili. Diba? Meron din silang, yun nga lang, isa lang ang pwede humawak ng, that dark saber.
Yeah, dark saber.
So, yung kanya, talagang lightsaber yung ginagamit niya
green
for
lightsaber niya.
yeah, for Padawan as in Jedi training. But yeah, nakakatuwa lang na makita na si Ahsoka very willingly na, di ba, nung sinabihan siya ni Huyang na, kasi hindi kayo nag-agree.
Yeah,
di
hindi
ba?
kayo nagko-cooperate.
Oo, hindi kayo nagko-cooperate. So when, ang bilis niya rin nag-bend for it, na talagang the willingness kasi talaga, kapag you're fighting things, like nung nag-umpisa sila, they were just fighting each other, nothing's gonna happen eh. That's
Yeah.
not how a Padawan master work. You have to work together. Kaya kasi Baylan at saka yung Padawan niya works
Works
so
so
well. Kasi she follows him and he trusts her.
Hinayaan
Diba?
lang niya na gawin ng Padawan niya yung yung mga kailangan gawin.
Exactly. And nakita mo yun nung si Sabine may hawak nung wheel, siya na yung nag-control ng ship. Talagang kita mo kung dun siya nag-excel. Diba? Doon siya nag-excel eh. So let her. Diba? You have to give in sometimes kasi ang nangyayari kasi kapag you're teaching somebody, feeling mo mas nakakataas ka kasi ikaw yung nagtuturo.
Yeah.
Pero you have to know that there are things that you are not good at as well, but the student is good at. So leave it dun sa student. Kasi ang maganda doon,
And
magtitiwala
trust your
siya sa
student.
sarili niya
Yeah.
rin eh. Kasi ang nangyayari kay Sabine ngayon, hindi siya nagtitiwala sa sarili niya.
Yes.
Nagtitiwala siya sa Mandalorian skills niya, obviously, because that's where she's good at. But, dun sa Jedi skills niya,
Jedi
hindi
skills,
siya, wala siyang kasi lagi siyang sinasabi, like siyang down about it. Kaya kasi sinasabi, gusto ko yung sinabi din ni Ahsoka na, I don't need her to be a Jedi, I need her to be herself. So
True.
yung trust niya doon kay Sabine is talagang huge. And nakikita mo naman, it's great. So, nakakatuwa yung relationship nila na hindi yung usual na nakikita natin na we've seen Anakin and Obi-Wan. There's been just a lot of frustrations. And I guess for Anakin, it's more of like, kasi ang dami rin niyang hold back. So, understandable. Pero ito nakakatuwa na, in a way, meron din naman silang, may past eh. Meron silang mga pains, there's hurt, there are things that
Problems.
they haven't really pag-usapan ng maayos. So, it's understandable. Pero nakikita mo yung cooperation and the trust is
It's still there.
diba? Technically, for me, mas mataas yung nakikita kong tiwala sa kanila versus nung nakita ko si Obi-Wan and Anakin. Obi-Wan's just always predicting that Anakin's gonna do something dumb or die. Ganun lagi,
Yeah.
di ba? Parang I'm 30% sure that he's gonna,
Do something.
Yeah, so it's,
Something dumb.
yeah. So, nakakatuwa na ganito yung nakita natin. And we're not saying naman na sobrang pangit ang training ni Obi-Wan at Anakin. There were good parts of
Yeah,
it as
there are
well.
good stuff.
Yeah.
Good
So,
things
pero
that
like,
happen.
Just
went sideways.
Yeah. But, yeah, we saw how that went. So, yeah, guys, we're very, very excited about this. This is very exciting. This is how they usually do this to us. They did this to us as well in Andor. We were super excited and then we were
And then,
eating.
bam!
Remember, you were just starting to eat chips.
Yeah.
Like setting down, like okay, and then suddenly
And then,
it
bam!
ended.
It's done.
So, yeah. What the heck? But like, this is a
Yeah,
really,
it's
really
good.
good episode. So far, this is my favorite. In
Yeah.
terms of like, it felt so much like a Star Wars.
Love the fighting the space.
Yeah, exactly.
So good.
So, guys, we are very, very excited to see what happens in episode 4. If you like this episode, please like and subscribe. And of course, turn on your notifications so that you would know when our next video is gonna come out. For now, we wish you a very, very good night. And always remember, may the Force be with you.